Hello guys, have you seen Russia's reaction to the decision of US Congress to aid Ukraine? It is a mixture of fear, anger, denial, misery, and lots of panic, which once again reminds us Russia is a classic bully and all bullies are cowards. When you listen to Russian propagandists or criminal politicians, you can clearly feel they did not expect this decision to come now. From my perspective, it took US Congress really long to accept the aid. But from a Russian perspective, oh no, they didn't want it to happen at all. Because they were getting their support from China, from North Korea, from Iran, and they expected Ukraine not to get the support from allies and to finally collapse. But this will not happen because the democratic world is always stronger than the authoritarian one. Let me tell you more about this Russian fear and why it is so important for our joint victory from an ordinary but very attentive Ukrainian perspective. My name is Anna and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion. So if you're new to the channel, you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight against Russian propaganda and fake news. And my longtime friends, check your subscription status and hit notification button. I will be honest with you, this Saturday, all Ukrainians observed US Congress. We all refreshed our news really quickly. We watched TV, we watched online, and like no other things mattered. It was more important than any competition, any championship, any soccer match, and soccer is super popular in Ukraine, because we realized how important this support for the future of Ukraine and for the future victory of the democratic world. And we also realized that Russia had a huge propaganda campaign against this decision. So we were super happy, and I've told you already that many Ukrainian soldiers express so much gratitude on Facebook and elsewhere, and this is what makes me feel very emotional, because this is a great motivation and a great support when they realize that soon they will have everything to fight back and liberate our motherland. Thank you for that. We understand that Russia will definitely use this window until we receive the supplies to target more of Ukrainian objects, because they realize soon we will be able to answer and answer hard. For example, today they have targeted a TV tower in Kharkiv, and Kharkiv is a beautiful city that now suffers a lot from invaders. They shell it like crazy, destroying its universities, hospitals, and now a TV tower. There is a video of that. And of course, there is no need to do it, but they claimed Ukrainian soldiers were sitting on the top of it. This is physically impossible, but Russians are known for spreading BS, and Russian population is known for believing this BS, unfortunately. But of course, we have to be careful. We realize that every air raid alert means there is a very high level of danger that they will target more Ukrainian schools, hospitals, to cause more devastation inside the country, because they realize soon they will feel this despair and problems. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe. This is the easiest way to demonstrate your solidarity, but it is extremely effective in spreading more information about Ukraine, our resilience. And I hope that sometime soon on this channel, we will see Russia defeated, Russia collapsing, and Putin in The Hague. And what makes me interested, and I want you to answer this question in the comments below actually, what do you think Russia is more afraid of? Attackams arriving to the front lines, or Putin is very much afraid of this Russian oligarchs' assets taken away and used to support Ukraine? Because Russia is a criminal, corrupt country where Putin is the head of the gang, but he is very much dependent on this gang. And these oligarchs, bloody oligarchs, store their money not in Mother Russia, but in the United States, in European banks, And at the beginning of Putin's invasion, they were very much afraid this may have bad consequences for them. Now, then they realized, well, it's not that bad, it's possible to survive, and the world is very tolerant, people are not taking this bloody money away, and they relaxed. But when they realized they can lose the money, and you know, Russia and Russian government and Russian oligarchs, they never care about people. They've actually lost like 500,000 already in Ukraine on the battlefields, but they care about money. And when they realize that their money will literally be taken away and spent to support Ukraine and the partners, they may go crazy and start shaking Putin's throne. Honestly, I am convinced any protests, any changes will never come from Russian population. It is too atrophied. How do you say it? Like, it's impossible to expect anything from them. But oligarchs can do something. Of course, they are not our allies, but they may cause troubles to Putin, they may cause chaos, and that is good for us. That's the moment to interfere, to liberate Russia, those who are looking for good Russians, and start de-zombifying this country. It will take a century, I think. And this is the most optimistic expectation. But anyway, from the comments that I read, more and more people think that actually the decision to take the frozen assets of Russian oligarchs may be a greater game changer in this war than even ATACMS arriving to Ukraine. But I'm personally waiting for the ATACMS too, and there are many beautiful signals that tell that most of the ammunition is already traveling to the Ukrainian way. So hopefully very soon you will be able to see new achievements of Ukrainian armed forces. We always try to fulfill all the trust that you give us, and I'm sure we will exceed your expectations as we often do. If you remember the times when Ukraine had enough supplies, there were lots of loud and clear explosions in Russia that do speak louder than words. Russia had a choice: continue living, rotting in its borders, but it decided to spread to the beautiful, free, democratic world. It will be punished for that. And it's very just, it's very fair. And once again, what Ukraine stops here on our front lines is not local evil or local conflict. It is a very dangerous decision of authoritarian regimes, because Russia is very much supplied by China. And I'm actually happy that US and EU leaders now speak with Xi Jinping about stopping that, stopping the supply of Russia for the military stuff. And I think China may be afraid of losing trade opportunities and other stuff and actually listen to this advice. It's a dangerous country, but it's less crazy than Russia in its military strategy. I cannot call it strategy, military diagnosis or something. Anyway, let me know, what do you think is the worst decision in this new aid and frozen assets package from the US Congress? Let me know in the comments below. It's really interesting. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons. It's an honor and blessing to have you in my life. Remember to check our merch shop with lots of beautiful items that work well as conversation starters and reminders about Ukraine. Join me on Instagram, Threads, Twitter, and Discord. But most importantly, we feel your support. We're super grateful for your support, and I'm sure that together we will win this evil, and hopefully sooner than we expect. Slava Ukraini!